Local 3 Sports with Jake Durant.
Doug Ingalls just wrapped up a 30-year coaching career with the St. Ignace boys basketball team this past season, but still has a few games of coaching to go. Jake Durant caught up with the longtime coach prior to the Kiwanis Border Bash All-Star game to reflect on his journey on the court.
For the Ingalls family, a competitive nature is in their blood.
In our household, it's compete, have fun, compete, and do your best to win.
Doug Ingalls has spent the last 3 decades helping student athletes in St. Ignace develop both on and off the basketball court as head coach for the Saints boys varsity basketball team. His wife Doreen holding a similar role as a longtime head coach for the Saints girls varsity program. Their children standout student athletes during their time at St. Ignace High School, with basketball acting as the common ground that has strengthened their family bond.
Well, I coached 30 years in St. Ignace, and the first 20 couple weren't with my kids at all, so the last 5 have been, my kids have been there. Jackson's been there, now Johnny.
Doug was able to live out any father's dream of coaching his son, Johnny Ingalls, for 4 years as he watched him develop into one of the best players in the entire state of Michigan. Johnny Ingalls finished his high school career with 2,029 career points, was the AP Division IV Player of the Year, and was recognized as the UPSSA Boys Mr. Basketball for all classes. Doug had the best seat in the house as he watched his son help lead the Saints to the MHSAA Division IV State Championship game this season in East Lansing. While the Saints were unable to bring home the state championship trophy, Doug says his time that he's been able to spend with Johnny has been priceless.
And he had a great senior year. He finished the year great. He really was strong the last month and carried us a long ways. But we didn't quite get her done, you know. But it's great.
This past April, Johnny followed in his father's footsteps, signing to play basketball at Northern Michigan. He'll join a talented team next fall under the guidance of GLIAC Coach of the Year, Matt Makerzak. Since arriving in Marquette, Makerzak has transformed the Wildcat program into a power in the GLIAC Conference. Johnny has been busy since the title game, transforming his body to help prepare for the physicality presented at the next level on a game-to-game basis.
Well, Johnny's been playing golf and track these last 2 months, so he's been in the weight room, he's been shooting, but he hasn't gotten any great workouts in because he's trying to save his legs a little bit in the basketball workout category. You know, he's been shooting but not really getting after it with intense 1-hour workouts.
That changed a day prior to last Thursday's Kiwanis Classic Border Bash All-Star game, when Johnny was able to connect with another former UP standout whose jersey sits retired at Iron Mountain High School.
It was great yesterday. He and Foster together for like an hour and 10 minutes probably, and pretty much nonstop. It took one break to get a drink, and shooting and attacking and making plays, and it was great.
It was made possible thanks to a family friendship that began at Northern Michigan.
Foster's been there, you know. I think he's been 3 years of college now, and he's been so successful. What a great high school player. His mom and dad played at Northern kind of when I was there. His dad was a red shirt when I was a senior, so we've had that family knowledge of each other in for quite a while now.
Johnny followed up their workout with a big-time performance against the Northern Wisconsin All-Stars, finishing the Border Bash game with a team-high 25 points. Doug and Johnny will have a final opportunity to take the court together at the upcoming UP All-Star Classic, which will be fittingly held in St. Ignace. Not only will it be their final game together, it will be Doug's final time acting as a head coach as he transitions into retirement. While the extra free time will allow Doug to support Johnny as he sets out for NMU, he says he'll miss his time spent with the Saint players and the bond created through competition.
You know, the big games, but the fun part of learning what kids are good at and teaching and seeing them be successful when you're in the same spot for so long. You're doing basketball when they're in first grade, second grade, fifth grade, so a lot of these kids have played in our teams for 6 or 8 or 10 years and have been around them in basketball camps and stuff forever, and I'm going to miss that camaraderie, each and every one of them, and you know, you're going to miss that friendship and that teamwork that you create.